Hi, welcome back to Hot Topics TV, y'all. If you've never been here before, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. First of all, let me say rest in peace again to Young King, and my condolences to his wife and his children and his remaining family members and friends. My question now is, how many people exactly did it take to do this one man in? I covered a story recently about a young female rapper, Lotta Cash Desto, who was signed to Lil Uzi Vert, and how they caught her slipping out in traffic and cleaned her clock. And while doing that story, I was wondering, what could have caused that? Not saying that females cannot get down with the get down in these streets, but I was really wondering, why her? Who did she offend or cross? Was it jealousy? Did someone not want to see her shine? Or was she a industry sacrifice like the rumors were saying? Well, lo and behold, news break. Just a few short weeks later, another person has been indicted and is in custody for the Young Dolph situation. What happened to Young Dolph? Remember, they had three people who they are sure played a hand on part in getting Young Dolph sent to the Lord above. But then comes another person. And before we could be told what role this new person plays in this Young Dolph situation, we are told that he is also the father of Lotta Cash Desto, Lil Uzi Vert's artist, who was recently sent to the upper room to meet her maker. They caught her slipping out in traffic. I said, wow, wow, wow. I do a little bit more digging and came up with some more interesting info. It is alleged that Lotta Cash Desto's daddy is also affiliated with a certain Memphis rapper who has a yo in his name. This is someone who Young Dolph has documented beef with over quite some time. And although that person with the yo in his name continues to deny that there is no beef and I love him and I respect him and all that, everyone in these streets says that that's just a cover up. This is him trying to distance himself and make sure that his name is not called when it all goes down. At this point, it's looking like Lotta Cash Desto could very well have been a case of your daddy did some things, and since we can't find him because he is hiding, because he knows the hunters are out, we will get you instead. Lotta Cash Desto probably did not even know that she was in someone's crosshairs. She probably did not even know that they were on her coattail. And judging from how they caught her slipping out in traffic, it's safe to guess that she really did not even see it coming. You know, when you are not involved in anything, so you move about with nothing to fear, that's how she was moving about. I am sure if her daddy had explained certain things to her in details, she would have been moving different. I found a post that he made on social media where he basically said, I cursed you. I think he said exactly these words. I'm going to read his post. It says, I think I cursed you. Hashtag Destiny, which is her name, with my hashtag lifestyle. I hashtag apologize, baby, with a sad face emoji and a broken heart emoji. He posted this after she passed away. I think I cursed you with my lifestyle. He knows it was connected. That's what I think. He knows. He knows that nobody else would have harmed his little girl but the people who are connected to him and the things that he got going on out in these streets. The industry can play a really, really dirty game though. Check it out. Many people are saying, wow, Why did Lil Uzi Vert risk being in a company of someone who was so hot? As in someone who was so connected to the streets? Did he not know? I mean, he don't want to mess up his millions, right? Did he not know? Well, I'm not saying that it was or this how it went. I'm not saying this is what Uzi did. But sometimes your own friends are connected to your enemies in ways that you cannot see. And they'll hand you over on a silver platter. I pray it was not the case in Lotta Cash Desto's situation. One person said this: the Bible tells you clear as day that children will pay for their father's sins. And it even speaks of God laying the sins of parents on even the children, even 3 and 4 generations down the line, for those who reject the ways of the Lord. Check it out. Go read Exodus 20 and read through it in the New Testament. I have a strong feeling that a lot more is going to come to light in the Young Dolph case, and I have a strong feeling that soon or later, some names are going to be called with proof in the form of an indictment, and no one is going to be surprised. Matter of fact, many are going to say, "See, I told you so." Now let's talk a little bit more about this person, Hernandez Govan. A third person, as the news said, a third person now faces charges in connection to this high-profile takeout of rapper Young Dolph. Hernandez Govan is his name. He's 43 years old, the man who is said to be Lotta Cash Desto's father. He has been indicted on charges of first degree, attempted first degree, and conspiracy to commit first degree. You already know, Big M. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulrow told Fox 13 that Govan is the one who solicited for this to happen to Young Dolph. So in case anybody is wondering, well, what role did he play in it? Was he in a car? Was he driving by? Did he hang out the window and shoot? Nope. The district attorneys are saying that this is the person. Now, the only way they could know this is if whoever they have in custody is talking. Remember, them boys was making rap videos about how they got a whole lot of money and all this. And then they got pinched. They got caught. When they got caught and got taken to court, they tried to act as if they still had money. The judge offered them an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed unto you. It's your constitutional rights in the United States of America. And they says, nah, I don't want no public defendant. I got money, judge. I'm going to get my own lawyer. The judge says, okay, you have until a certain date to get a lawyer. They couldn't find no lawyers. They came back. It turns out they didn't have any money to retain an attorney. So they ended up with public defendants. Right. You could call that part when flossing goes wrong, right? Nothing exposes rappers' pockets more than when they get into legal trouble. Because if they're going with a public defendant, you already know they don't have no money. And they have no backing either, because they have nobody that's going to put up $1 million to make sure you fight this case with a top tier attorney. You're just going to have to be at the mercy of a public defendant. Anyhow, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulrow told Fox 13 that Govan is the one who solicited for this to happen to Young Dolph. He led Justin Johnson, a rapper by the name of Straight Drop, and Cornelia Smith to do the shooting in the Young Dolph case in that Makeda's homemade butter cookies store on November 17th of 2021. He's the person that put the whole plan together. We got to get him out of here. I want him hit up. Take his head off. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy also said that it was him, Govan, who asked for Young Dolph to be sent to the Lord. In other words, he made it clear. They're in details. He made it clear. I don't want him hit up, going to no hospital, coming back talking about this. I want him up out of here. The gunman who did that to Young Dolph pulled up outside Makeda's in a white Mercedes and opened fire through the window of the store before jumping back in the car and taking off. That's how it went down. A week after Young Dolph passed, Memphis police said that they found that same white Mercedes in the 1100 block of Bradley Avenue, and according to court documents, Govan's last known address is also the 1100 block off Bradley Avenue, that same house where they found that white Mercedes that was seen on video with them two guys coming out of it and shooting into Makeda's Cookies and then disappearing off the scene in that same vehicle. They found that, yo, these people, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. This is what his paperwork indictment says. According to the court documents, Govan's Lotta Cash Desto's daddy's last known address is also that same address in the 1100 block of Bradley Avenue. Those same documents also reveal a lengthy criminal background that he has dating back to the early 90s. Here's a little bit about him. In January of 1990 and again in May of 2000, he was charged with possessing a controlled substance with the intent to manufacture it and deliver it or sell it. E-class felony. He was sentenced to 2 years behind bars for the arrest in 2000. In August of 2003, he was charged with being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun, and records show that he pled not guilty to those charges, and Fox 13 says they're working to learn if he was actually found guilty and sentenced for that charge. But just a month later after that, in November of 2003, he did plead guilty to being in possession of a controlled substance. 5 years later, in April of 2008, he pled guilty to aggravated assault, and he was sentenced to another 3 years in prison. Most recently, he also pled guilty to aggravated assault in May of 2021, accused of beating up his former romantic partner. I don't know what the hell romantic partner mean. Are they trying to make us think if it's a man or a woman or whatever? I don't know. But that's how it says it, his romantic partner. Young Dolph died at the scene of that shooting on November 17th, the same day Govan is charged with committing first degree and attempted first degree blank. But his third charge, conspiracy to commit first degree, dates back to June of 2021, meaning that authorities believe that Govan started planning Young Dolph's death months before the beloved rapper was actually sent to the Lord in a hail of bullets. Just 2 months before Govan's indictment in September, Govan's daughter, 25-year-old Destiny Govan is her real name, and she got her daddy last name too, otherwise called Lotta Cash Desto. She also went down in a hail of bullets in Houston, Texas. Destiny Govan was also a rapper who went by the stage name Lotta Cash Desto, and she was signed to Lil Uzi Vert. Houston police said that she was shot to death on the morning of September 24th. Destiny Govan, or Lotta Cash Desto, and her friends, they were out riding in a car. They stopped behind another vehicle at a traffic light, and two men got out of that vehicle that was in front of them, turned around, and blam, 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 blam. Police charge Christian Williams with Lotta Cash Desto's situation. About a month after her passing, Hernandez Govan, her daddy, posted on on Facebook saying, "I think I cursed you, Destiny, with my lifestyle. I apologize, baby." The indictment charges Govan in Young Dolph's death came a week before the anniversary of Young Dolph's passing. Young Dolph's spirit ain't resting, man, and it won't rest until all this is cleaned up. He was a quiet dude, but he was a powerful dude, and he was a good man. And when you sow those seeds of karma, people can't just hurt you and just get away with it. Somebody is going to pay. Another man, Shondell Barnett, has also been charged with accessory after the fact. He's accused of helping Justin Johnson following Young Dolph's situation. Justin Johnson or straight drop. Barnett was arrested in Indiana and he was released. A warrant for first degree has since been issued for Barnett, though he has not been arrested for that warrant at this time, and it is unclear if that charge is connected to the Young Dolph case. Yes, it is. It's connected to the Young Dolph case, and he actually got let out of lockup by accident. And then he dipped on him, and they can't find him. That's what that is. So yeah, they upgraded his charge to first degree M, and they can't find him. Because there was another interview they did with the facility where he was locked up at, and the facility is apologizing, and the facility is saying that it was a mix-up of inmates, and they can't understand how this happened, but it did happen, and they're trying their best to find him. That boy's out of there, probably in Acapulco, Mexico, somewhere chilling. So far, Govan, Johnson, and Smith, so far, have all been charged. All been charged with this one Young Dolph situation. All of them have been hit with first degree murder, attempted first degree murder, and conspiracy to commit first degree murder. They're not coming out. Johnson and Smith also have been charged with the employment of a weapon during a dangerous felony, which a convicted felon in possession of a handgun and theft of property between $10,000 and $60,000. According to Fox 13, their sources are telling them that more arrests could be on the horizon in connection to Young Dolph's situation. Wow. So, goes back to my question when I started this video out. How many people did it take to take out this one man? Damn, Young Dolph. You were loved by many, but it seems like you were hated by a few. And it seems like the few haters really had some hate for you, because they made sure they got you up out of here in a way that nobody who cared about you would have ever wanted to see you go. Your legacy lives on, my man. Yeah, and the truth will be revealed. What's done in the dark will surely come to light. I'm going to leave this one right here for now, man. Leave your comments in the comment section and tell me what you think about this one, and I'll catch you on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV. You already know if the topic is hot, we're on it. I'm out. Peace.